So please prepare yourself in whatever position that you feel comfortable in for this self-care practice. It could be sitting down, it could be lying down. Be this posture that you choose. Let's begin with self-kindness. Don't force yourself to sit like a Zen master who's like really proper. Just be kind to yourself right now in this first step of whatever position you choose to practice in. Kindly excuse any background sound that may come. There is some kind of construction work going on above. I hope my Bose headphones drown out the noise, but if they don't, kindly excuse me, please. Okay. The ringing of this bell is like the ringing of a temple bell or a church bell or the call of azan. And it's inviting you to come home to yourself. So please treat the sound of this meditation bell as a sacred call and a sacred invitation to just arrive home, home to yourself. And to leave the busyness of the world aside for some time. And inside you, of course, resides God, or the divine, or universal energy, whatever you'd like to call it, your higher self. And perhaps you've been ignoring this. Perhaps you've just not had space for this. This is a very beautiful way to meet with the heart, to meet with God within yourself. You've been traveling through life. It's like you're taking a nice long walk, a beautiful walk in the desert. And now there's an oasis that you come across. Very beautiful oasis that's abundant and rich and lush. And it invites you to simply take some rest. To pause. To just be with yourself. So begin by inviting yourself to step into this beautiful oasis. And thank yourself for taking out space from your busy lives to just be with yourself. And as you sit with yourself in this very moment, please notice, how do you feel to meet with yourself? It's like if you were meeting your beloved. There's so much of affection and love, warmth. Sometimes we may meet people and it can be a little bit unpleasant also. So similarly, when we meet with ourselves, sometimes we may not like it. It might be uncomfortable, it might be unpleasant. It might feel alien and strange because we are so estranged and disconnected from ourselves. Sometimes it may feel like you're meeting a beloved. It might feel lovely, it might feel peaceful. So whatever experience you have of meeting yourself, it's really okay. Don't judge it. But just notice, how does it feel to sit with yourself, to have a relationship with yourself? And in this moment, do you feel at ease? Or do you feel like distracting yourself and not sitting with yourself? Just become aware. And this can reflect on the level of depth and connection you have with yourself. And if there is some kind of discomfort or unpleasantness or restlessness or boredom, it's okay. Just notice that. And really, it's amazing that you have the courage to now cultivate some kind of bond with your own self, some kind of loving relationship with yourself. And for those who are finding it wonderful, just simply enjoy. Let's simply begin by checking in on how we're doing in the body. A very deep spiritual truth is that you are not the body, this is your temporary abode. But it is your vessel and you do live in it. It is sacred. And often we don't respect the home or care for the home that we live in. We don't like it. We don't like the shape it has. We criticize the body. Or we may forget about the body because we're so much consumed in the mind. So let's just take some time to pay attention to what's happening in the body, which is attention is the highest, one of the highest forms of loving. Just pay attention. So let's begin by simply thanking the body. Thank you, body. Thank you for carrying me through life. Thank you for helping me walk through life, to have magnificent experiences, the ability to taste something beautiful and delicious, the ability to touch something lovely, to hold a loved one, to see a beautiful sight like the mountain or the ocean, to dance or to laugh. The body gives us so many experiences. And sometimes it really carries us through difficulties like a sickness. It fights, helps you. It helps you in so many different ways. through pain, sickness, and health, for better or for worse. It's with you. The body never leaves you. People come and go, but the body is not leaving you right now. So just take a moment and offer thanks to your body. Thank you. And reflect on the ways that the body supports you. Apologize to the body if you've been kind of unkind to it, mean, critical of it. I'm deeply sorry for overfeeding you, making you work too hard, pushing you, for criticizing or shaming, whatever it is. This is the home you live in, so let's love it. Notice how your body is doing in this moment. Let's feel the breath. How are you breathing? Is it deep? Is it shallow? And if you're going through a hard time, you might notice that the breath is also not very easy. It's kind of maybe shallow or tense. But don't worry. Just the sheer act of noticing your breath helps to regulate your breathing. It gives an opportunity when you notice your breathing, the brain and the body will support you and regulate your breath. Now, please notice, where are you carrying tensions in your body from the week? Where is there discomfort, tightness, constrictions? And gently invite it to relax. Unclench your muscles. A relaxed body leads to a relaxed mind and a spacious heart. And if there are aches and pains and tensions, it's the body's way of kind of talking to you and saying, hey, slow down. Or, please pay attention to this or pay attention to me. Body is kind of speaking to us, giving us messages. So just listen. Listen to what it needs. And sometimes we can plan to follow the most fancy diets, go to the best nutritionists, get the best trainers. Still, we don't succeed. But all we need to do is intuitively tune in to our bodies. That's all. And it will guide you on how to nourish and how to love and how to care. Instead of pushing it, forcing it, be a certain way. All it needs is nourishment and care, providing that true nourishment and true love for it. And as you go deeper into yourself now, simply notice what's going on in the headspace, what's looming, what are the thoughts hovering around there. What's the state of your mind? Is it relaxed and open, or is it got too much stuff going on? Just watch it like you're watching Netflix, noticing what kind of channels are on. Is it like some horror stories, thrillers, romantic fantasies, self-defeating movies, unnecessary worries, ruminations? What's going on? Or is it just blank? And the mind too is like a sacred space in your temple. So we can offer gratitude here for our intellect, for our ability to think. It does so much for us. Processing wisdom. Helping us solve very difficult problems of life. Offer gratitude to this faculty. And any kind of apologies if you've neglected taking care of your headspace by cluttering it with unnecessary things. Take a moment to declutter and notice what are some things you can mentally really let go of that are really unnecessary to think about or ruminate, not serving you. Can you let go today to make you feel lighter? Any toxic thinking, self-defeating thoughts, worries about the future that we never solve because the future is so uncertain. So ask yourself what you can let go of. And let's go deeper into our being. Notice, how is your heart doing? How's your heart feeling? And just give room and space for whatever your heart wants to process, whatever your feelings arise, whether it's a little bit of sadness or loneliness, joy, gratitude. Just open your heart to yourself without pushing or solving feelings or thinking or analyzing feelings. Just notice what just needs space, what needs to be held with love. And you may even simply rest your hand in the center of your chest as you meet your feelings from the week, from your life. Meet it with love and openness, acceptance and acknowledgement of whatever is there. Remember, if you resist something, it's going to come back like an ugly demon. So just let things flow through gracefully. And you may say to yourself, dear heart, I'm here. So, dear feelings, I see you. I acknowledge you. I accept you and I care for you. Whether it's anger or anxiety, tell yourself it's okay. And notice how it feels like when you care for yourself in this deep way, when you notice, you acknowledge, you thank, you apologize. How does it feel to be with yourself now? And if you can cultivate over a period of time okayness to be with yourself in sickness and in health, better or for worse, like the vows we make when we get married. If you can have those kind of vows with yourself, you can get through anything in life. If you can have an okayness with yourself. If you can be okay in any situation here by yourself. The last part of the meditation, let's just take time to connect with the silence inside. You may call it different things. Some of you may call it Allah, God, the divine, the beloved. Some of you may call it your higher self, silence, ease, whatever it might be. As you're in the sacredness of your being, inside your church, it's a gurdwara, it's a temple. You are a cathedral. You are the mosque. Deep inside you is this altar where God resides, or your higher self resides, whatever you may believe, or the energy of the universe, or Jesus. And this is the power and the beauty of sitting with yourself. Once you take care of all that's arising in your consciousness, everything settles. And then, in this deep, quiet voice of God, or you feel more connected to the divine, which resides in you, more connected to the altar. And this is such a beautiful, deep prayer. So let's just connect with that for a few moments before we wrap up today. Each of you will experience it differently. Some of you may feel silence, some of you may feel it's love, some of you may feel peaceful, some of you may find it a little challenging to connect, but that's okay. Connect with the altar inside you, the deepest part of the cathedral or the church, the mosque that resides inside you. And let's just be here with reverence and love, silence. Now be quiet for a few moments so you can experience this oneness with life, this oneness with God. And in this moment, forget yourself, forget everything else, and just experience this oneness, this intimacy, this connection. And sometimes we go searching everywhere else, when actually the sacredness, the peace, the love, the quiet is here. It is you. You can then move from seeking in the desert to just being the oasis. Stop searching in the desert and become an oasis. Wake up to the fact that you are the oasis. And may you continue to wake up to this thought, this sense, this truth, so that you may be an oasis in this world. Please take a few moments to just bless anyone you want to in your life, anybody who's struggling, whoever needs prayers and blessings. Take a few moments. Radiate from the sacredness of your being. Infinite love, infinite peace, infinite safety and wellness to everybody. Very gently and slowly you may have your palms together. Place them over your eyes. Place them over the center of your chest. And please join your hands in prayer position. Just notice how it feels to just come into this prayerful position. Sacredness of your being. And just offering thanks to everybody sitting here today in the circle. Each of you are offering your really valuable presence to all of us here. Someone just said to me recently, they just love coming and just sitting with the group. So each of you are bringing in your preciousness here. So gratitude to the group, gratitude for having the space, the time, the technology to be here. Gratitude to yourself, to the universe, to God. Just humbleness to the earth, to the universe. Deep gratitude. Beautiful life. And whenever you feel ready, you can